beginning in 1962, NASA started investigating transforming humans into cyborgs, part humans, part machines, so that we could venture out into space. And again, the idea is that advanced extraterrestrial civilizations have visited Earth for many, many thousands, if not millions of years. And it's quite possible that they too were not fully flesh and blood beings. They were either cyborgs or they were ephemeral beings. They were light beings who could take on physical manifestation. But in addition to that is this idea that it's more practical for any civilization, be it human or a humanoid civilization coming from outside our solar system or even outside our galaxy, maybe even outside of our universe, to instead send robotic probes first and then contemplate sending humanoid visitors. As Dr. Dyson explained, Astro Chicken would be a 1 kilogram spacecraft unlike any before it. It would be a creation of the intersection of biology, artificial intelligence, and modern microelectronics, a blend of organic and electronic components. And again, this is exactly what NASA began researching in 1962 when it started thinking about sending men into space, and women, of course. They instantly realized, and it could have been because of the Roswell crash in 1947, when we not only recovered a crashed vehicle, allegedly, but also non-organic pilots. And we would have had firsthand knowledge right then that, at least in this particular instance, the Roswell crash, the beings were humanoid, but they were not strictly flesh and blood. They were hybrid beings, a blend of organic and electronic components. And this is what NASA is saying we must become as well. As I ventured further into this research, my show research returned me to my 2006 book, Star Walkers and the Dimension of the Blessed, in which I decoded ancient Egyptian star walking or stargate metaphysics, specifically the Edfu creation texts, which are a creation story, a Genesis story recorded on the walls of the Temple of Horus at Edfu. And what I did then is I compared the Edfu creation text to the story of Atlantis. To me, the similarities were glaring and obvious. And this is a kind of a pioneering effort on my part to look back and say, well, wait a minute. Plato said he got the story of Atlantis from his cousin, Solon, who had been traveling in Egypt, but nobody knows where he got the idea. When I looked at the Edfu text, which essentially says this: bird-like beings, beings of light, came to Earth from the cosmos. They laid a cosmic egg in Egypt that grew around it an advanced civilization, an island civilization. These advanced bird-like light beings brought with them technology. The text specifically described a relic that helped them to found this advanced civilization, this advanced island civilization. But then there was a cataclysm. The island civilization was destroyed. But before the destruction of this island civilization, the sagely beings had secreted away in hiding places advanced technology, the relic they spoke of in the text. They retrieved the relic and restarted civilization, the island of the egg, as they called it. Now, when I'm hearing this, I'm thinking, well, this sounds exactly like Plato's story of Atlantis, especially when you combine it with Edgar Cayce's conception of Atlantis as this super advanced civilization that had a fire crystal at its center, a pillar of light, that suffered a cataclysm, sunk in the waters of the night. But priestly sages had advanced knowledge of this impending cataclysm. They stashed away relics and records of this civilization, which they retrieved after the water subsided and restarted civilization.